Ada was 9 months old. We'd had maybe about a series of a couple days of her not acting herself, and then by the morning she seemed to bounce back a little bit, but I still took her to the pediatrician. They thought maybe upper respiratory virus, so we went home, and then she just sort of started to be a little bit lethargic. So my mother-in-law, who was helping me take care of her that day, she finally just said, we need to get her blood sugar checked. The nurse came out and said to the doctor, this can't be right. Her blood sugar is 698. She needs to go to the ER. The doctor came over to talk to me and said, it's type 1 diabetes. And I said, can it be anything else? And he said, no, that's what it is. And he said if she had gone to sleep, she would have been in a coma.
Type 1 diabetes at its core is an autoimmune disease where your body stops making insulin. The cognitive burden of dealing with it on a day-to-day basis is just something that builds up over time. My child has diabetes. How much insulin do I need to give them? Did I give them the right amount? Are they going to eat what I think they're going to eat? These are the moment-to-moment burdens that families with diabetes think about several times a day, many times a day.
I think Susie understood more than I did because of the close friends that she had with type 1 back when we were growing up. I was pretty ignorant of the whole process and didn't know, even on that day we got the call from Amy, what does this really mean?
We just wanted what was best for Ada, and we check in with the grandparents, and we did go visit and stayed there.
Everything was going to be fine, but there are things that we have to do.
It's really just a team effort. I mean, you know, when she was young, it was a total guessing game. I still wake up at 2 a.m. and wonder what her blood sugar is. When she was younger, she couldn't even eat bananas because I didn't know how to dose for a carbohydrate in a banana because it's a fruit, so it's fast-acting carbohydrates, but it's also something about the starch is going to make it stick. And so just stuff like that.
I used to have to do like actual math and say this and so many units for this many carbs, but now my pump does the math for me.
Just before bedtime, am I safe to go to sleep? What are my blood sugars doing? Are they falling so quickly that I really shouldn't go to bed until I've stabilized it for a little while? Well, that's a nightly burden for a person with diabetes, and that's a burden that is so significantly lessened by some of the technology that's available today.
I think because of what Breakthrough T1D is doing, I feel more normal. Like, I know that I have diabetes, but I just feel like less of an outsider.
I also think the name change from JDRF to Breakthrough highlights that the breakthroughs that we're looking for on a regular, continuous annual basis, these are breakthroughs. These are new ideas, new things that are coming about. And that really describes what it is that this organization is all about.
There's so many things that have already been brought to the table, and then there's so many advances that are kind of on the cusp of being brought to the table in terms of really bending the needle on who's developing diabetes, what sort of outcomes are we hoping to achieve in terms of the long-term management of the condition.
I feel like it would free up a lot of my mind space if there was a cure. I mean, I think there definitely can and will be one while I'm alive.
It is important for all of us to realize, as we look back, and our experience is only 16 years, to look back over 16 years and to see the advances that have occurred in that period of time without continuous support and funding for those projects that comes only through this organization. Those advances do not occur.